Oh yeah. All right. Hey. Welcome BitMonger family. Jay here. One of the original OGs here in Southeast Asia. Been living in this region for over 30 years. And today I am going to be talking about my crypto, Bitcoin analysis, a focus on Solana, because a report just came out on Solana, which is very interesting. And it kind of, it's really nice to see because it backs my thesis and why I got a large position on that asset. And I think it's going to do really well and make me a ton of money, which I really like to do because let's face it, man, no money, no honey. Money isn't everything, but it sure makes your life a lot easier and cushy, especially, you know, when you can buy nice homes, nice cars, beautiful wife or girlfriends. You know, I used to import girlfriends from the Philippines over here. Love it. You know, get on a plane, send them a ticket, they fly over, you know, do a little shopping in Bangkok. They're fucking stoked. They get all their nice clothes, you know, then take them down to my beach house and chill. It was wonderful. Until I find my sweet Thai wife. And then that changed that aspect of the game. But I'm super happy and life is good. And it could have never happened without me investing wisely. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin's trading at 118,200. It's really good. It had a nice bounce back. And some interesting information. Bitcoin did have a dump the other day, and that's because around 80,000 Bitcoin were dumped onto the market by Galaxy. This guy, Novogratz. He sold it to buy another asset. But the interesting point is that the amount of Bitcoin that he sold was almost the same amount that crashed the market in 2021, which caused the market to go into a bear, besides that blow up with FTX. But that amount of Bitcoin was the same amount that was sold. And this is the interesting part. We look at what happened yesterday, and it only dropped Bitcoin's price, you know, a little over 4%. Whoopee. It's showing that the asset class is extremely matured. People that are holding it are less likely to dump, and that is all bullish going forward, guys. Okay, so we're looking also at Ethereum. It's trading at 3,775. Really good. We want to be looking at Ethereum, guys, in terms of our other crypto assets. If Ethereum continues to run, then it's highly likely that our other crypto assets will run. Ethereum is the North Star when Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. You want to be looking at Ethereum, and that if Ethereum does well, like I said earlier, these other coins will most likely do well. So, interesting. Very good. And one thing to quickly note, you can see Ethereum's market cap is now $455 billion, while Solana is only $100 billion. You know, it's only a quarter, it's not even a quarter of the size of that. And that makes me bullish, especially when I think about what I'm about to show you guys. So let's take a quick look at this. So we have this report here. I'll put the link in the description and I'll pin it in the comments. But it's by the Solana floor, and it's talking about Solana ETFs. Could see 5.5 billion in inflows with 1 year of launch. Very interesting report. Makes me more bullish on Solana. And let me show you. So basically it talks about how Bitcoin had massive interest, how Ethereum had interest. It talks about a little bit of the staking issues that Ethereum had, which was why it didn't attract people initially, because if you can't earn staking rewards with Ethereum, you know, a lot of people just didn't want it. But that's changing now, because we are currently seeing a bunch of corporates now starting their own treasury of Ethereum. So that's catching on. It's causing a bid. But the thing that in this report that I found extremely insightful was this one, guys. that, a picture speaks 1,000 words, they say. And if you look at this picture and you can understand how to read a chart, right? This is revenue generated by chain, all the blockchains. And we can see this is in 2025. And we can see Solana, it has generated $1.12 billion in revenue. Just absolutely crushing everything else. I mean, Ethereum's next with 427 million, not even half. But then you take these other chains and you look at these chains here. We have Base, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Optimism. All four of those are layer 2s on Ethereum. And if you add these all up and then you add it to Ethereum, it still is only something like 484 million or something like that. It's less than half a billion. Not even doing half of what Solana is doing. So, when I look at this, it makes me think that Solana is extremely undervalued. This is one thing that you guys need to be looking at. What chain are people actually using? And that can be seen by revenue generated. And just so you get, the other thing that's really crazy is Solana has tiny little fees. So the fact that it's making this much money, because the fees on Ethereum are, I don't know, 10 times higher or something, if not more, than Solana. So it's mind-blowing, guys. This is what you need to be looking at. What are people using? Clearly, they are using Solana. And right now, I think a lot of people are not looking at this type of data, and that is why there is a mismatch on the price between these layer 1 coins. I mean, clearly, based on this, it should be more. But let's take a look at something else. This part right here. So, network revenue, on-chain app revenue dwarfs that of rival networks. And it's talking again about this chart that we just looked at. But this is the part that I think is another big thing that you need to be paying attention to. Electric Capital's 2024 developer report indicates that Solana has ended Ethereum's 8-year reign to become the #1 ecosystem for developers. Now, guys, so besides revenue, you need to be looking at where are the developers going? What are they developing on? This is extremely important. So we have use and we got developers moving to Solana. That to me is huge. And that is exactly why I'm putting my money, or I already put a ton of money into Solana. And well, I'm going to continue to live the baller lifestyle because this is eventually going to rip. Now, some of you will say, well, the Solana ETFs really haven't come out yet. I mean, there's one little tiny one, but it's a kind of a no-name company. But Franklin Templeton and Fidelity, they have applications in that are likely going to be passing this year. And I mean, extremely likely. So much so, if you go here and you look at this one, this is Polymarket. This is a betting market where people can make bets on all kinds of random stuff. And it has been highly accurate. And this is, the question here is, Solana ETF approved in 2025? And if you can look at it right now, it is at over 99.2%. It's over 99% chance people are thinking it's going to happen. And guess what? When it's that high, it's likely going to happen, guys. Mark my words. And when that happens, and when Wall Street really starts looking at things like this and digging in, and they also realize that Solana, you can earn like 6 to 8% on staking it, which they're going to be doing in the future. They'll be able to stake the rewards. You'll be able to hold it. Not only will you be able to get the upside on the appreciation of the asset, but it will pay something similar to a dividend. It's called staking. and you can stake it. It helps secure the network, and every time there's transactions done on it, you get a little slice of it, a little tiny piece. But it pays, it's like anywhere between 6 to 8%, which is fantastic. This is going to cause more demand, guys. So that's why I'm super bullish on Solana. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at Bitcoin and its fib levels again. If you're looking at buying Bitcoin, you should always have some Bitcoin, guys. You know, most of my portfolio of my crypto, I also own a bunch of stocks as well, guys. I'm diversified, okay? But I'm primarily focused on Bitcoin, disruptive technology stocks, and some other crypto coins. So let's look here. We can see, as I've told you guys before, you know, I expected Bitcoin to be range bound, in which it's done that. It has been ranging right in between here, about 116 and 120K. It's just bouncing back and forth. Right now it's sitting right at that 0.23 fib level, hanging out right at $118,200 roughly. So it's sitting right around there, lingering. It could come down to this next level, and the next level of interest is right around here at 115,000. If it gets down there, I would be nibbling. And if for chance, if it were to get down to the 0.5, then I would be looking to really load up more if I didn't have a position. Granted, guys, I entered my position long ago. It's up massively. But if I didn't have a position and I wanted to be adding more, I would be adding, you know, fairly largely here at 113K. And remember, guys, none of this is financial advice. Let's take a look at Solana now. Okay, so we can see Solana had that nice run up. It currently is in between the 238 and the 382. So I would be looking at like right around, if it can get down to about 183, that would be a really good place to buy. Next stop below that is all the way down here at around 176. So I would put bid orders down here. You can see it wicked all the way down and it perfectly touched that. So this is where I would be putting an order in if I wanted to be trying to pick up a bottom bid, and I would have a larger order. I would have a smaller order here in case it does, because we can see this is also kind of holding a support level. And again, that's like right around 183. You could make a bid there to try to catch the upside. Then down here. Now, if it gets all the way down to the golden pocket, I would really be loading up if it gets down there, and that's all the way down at 168, 169. All right, guys, I hope you're all doing well. Oh, one other thing. Take a look at my other video, guys. You know, I'm also talking about things in Southeast Asia. This one's interesting. I just did a video on how you don't need to pay any fees on ATMs anywhere around the world if you get this card. Watch that video. You know, things you might want to consider if you're planning on moving to the Philippines. You know, I give my insight on Thailand, how to buy Thailand, how not to get scammed by these ladies, typical common scams, along with my crypto analysis. Go in there and take a look at it. All right, guys. Hope you're all doing well, and monger on.